Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody, from our first day here in Manila, Philippines.
Today we are at the Mall of Asia, which is one of the biggest malls in the entire world. So let's go check it out.
What makes this mall one of the largest in the world is that there are over 600 stores, and that's not including hundreds of restaurants that they have, and it's also 170 acres of indoor space.
So we're gonna be here for a while. Gonna get our steps in for sure. So when you first walk in, these nice security guards check your bag. They just take a peek inside. Luckily, we only have water bottles. And we're in. Walk directly into an open floor plan store. So that building that we were just in is called the SM store, and the entire building is just one big store. So we're gonna walk over to other buildings and try and get a little bit of food because we're both hungry.
For our appetizer, we found a Cinnabon, which we haven't found in all of Southeast Asia, so we're gonna get it. You can never go wrong with Cinnabon, and this costs 130 pesos or $2.30, so it is cheap, but you do pay with your health.
On the third floor, there is a whole bunch of entertainment options, including this ice rink over here, and there's also the food court. There's a huge variety of food here. I think almost every continent is represented here. Can we get puto, please? So if you're unaware, Mexico and Philippines kind of have a shared history. We were colonized by the Spaniards for the same 300-year period. So there's a lot of similarities between our two cultures. However, there's definitely a place where they diverged. This cake is called puto, which means something very, very different in Spanish. However, in Filipino, this means a steamed rice cake.
Your first puto.
That tastes really, really good. So, for all my Hispanics out there, if one of your Filipino friends comes up to you and says, you want some puto, they're not trying to start a fight. They're trying to give you some cake.
Next up is another dessert. This is taho, and it's silken tofu, sago pearls, and brown syrup. And we also ordered it with flan. And they served it to us hot, so let's give it a taste. Oh, yeah, it's like the brown sugar syrup is very strong. It actually mixes really nicely with the flan. It's pretty good.
So they have flan in here that is very good. But then they also have uncooked and unflavored tofu, which just kind of tastes like bland mush in your mouth. And the syrup that they have and the tapioca balls don't add too much flavor. It's more of like a sweet flavor. But the overwhelming feeling in my mouth is just bland tofu.
One classic mamon, please.
Up next is mamon, which once again means something very different in Spanish, but here it means sponge cake. Oh, that is really good. And that's cheese on the top. So it's like slightly moist, and it has some kind of cream topping, and it's topped with cheese. It's like Parmesan or something. That tastes really good. Passion fruit margarita. This little part of the restaurant is kind of like you're seated at a food truck. We haven't had this type of seating in a very long time, so it's always fun. And let's give our passion fruit margarita a taste here. Está bueno. Y le pusieron alcohol.
That's what I like to hear. It's literally 3 o'clock somewhere.
The salt room is also really nice, and I don't know what the brown stuff is. I thought it might be chili, but it's not. No clue what it is. Alright, we spent enough time in the food court. We've got to keep walking around and walk off everything we just ate. Bagel Girl doesn't have any bagels. That's disappointing. Walking around, we also keep getting stared at by everyone, and we think it's just because there's no other tourists here.
And yeah, I haven't felt that way in a while.
Over in the Hypermarket, they also have a whole other food court. And this is the first real sriracha we've seen our entire time in Southeast Asia. They have a huge appliance area. They also have mattresses back there, furniture. Here they have a whole bunch of beauty products and like house supplies. You can buy quite the sound system at this store. Their neighbors will love you. This is what my dreams are made of. There is an entire aisle at this market that is all just Lucky Me pancit, every single flavor you can imagine. In case you're wondering, my favorite flavor is chili mansi. And here, they're actually rounded ramens, so they fit nicely into a bowl. It's not square like the ones in the US. So, I think we found our dinner plans. In the US, I love the Philippine brand bags of dried mango from Costco, so I want to try it from the Philippines and see if it tastes any better. After all that shopping, we need a smoothie.
This hypermarket's got everything, including smoothies. So I ordered a mango and pineapple smoothie, some of my 2 favorite fruits. Oh, it's really good. Very refreshing.
Upstairs from the hypermarket is a whole bunch of electronic stores. Like a lot of tech stores. At the end of the tech hallway is a whole bunch of health and wellness shops, like dentists and chiropractors. Yami found another Asian cutesy stuff shop.
They've got the cutest stuff here, and I wish I could buy out the whole store. Too bad it won't fit in my suitcase.
Donut does not sell any donuts. That's disappointing. We ran outside because I think we're inside the building that has a big dome on the roof, and I just want to see the dome from the outside. Yep, that's the big dome. We've been struggling to get rid of some 1 peso coins all day, and I think we finally found a good use for them.
I guess it's a good waste of a peso.
Is that worth 2 cents to you?
Sure.
Coming across this pedestrian bridge, you get a better view of the dome building. You can also see the Ferris wheel and the little amusement park that they have here. Supposedly there's like wireless charging here. Maybe on another one. Nope, fake news. And guess what other store they have here? Ikea!
We keep running into Ikeas first in Kuala Lumpur, and now here in Manila, our favorite store.
Kind of makes me want to do a pilgrimage to all the Ikeas around the world. Today we're gonna head directly to the Swedish cafe, and then we'll see how we're feeling for a hike. Ikea has beer, so obviously we're getting some Ikea beer. And here's our spread. Starting off with the Ikea beer. And this is actually from Sweden, which is really, really cool. Let's try it out. That's just a good lager. has a slight bitter aftertaste, and it could be a lot colder. I like throwing my beers in the freezer right before drinking them, but it's pretty good. I also have this mushroom soup. I had mushroom soup in Kuala Lumpur at that Ikea, but this mushroom soup is different. It's a lot chunkier. Much richer flavor in this one. And it also comes with a bread roll at this Ikea. Super crunchy, and that ketchup tastes really good.
And for me, I ordered chicken wings, rice, and an apple pie. We're gonna start off with the chicken, and they look kind of skinny. So let's see how it tastes. It's really good. It's nicely seasoned. I like the rice too. I guess I just always love rice. And now, ooh, dessert. Apple pie. That's delicious.
Ever since leaving Malaysia, Yami always eats with her hands.
You can take me out of Malaysia, but you can't take Malaysia out of me.
Every single room in this Ikea is triggering my minimalism because they make as big of an effort as possible to fill every single square inch. So instead of stressing ourselves out with how much stuff is in every single one of these rooms, we're gonna go get ice cream.
Oh, what? So this is chocolate soy ice cream, and the last one we had was vanilla, and it tastes like chocolate. I was expecting it to taste just like strong soy. It's really good.
And that was our day exploring the Mall of Asia, and we have almost 10,000 steps, and I thought we'd be walking a whole lot more for the size, but we're definitely feeling it.
And we ate a lot of food today too, a lot of desserts, and it was all like reasonably priced. I thought it was gonna be higher because, you know, like big malls, big prices, right? But no, everything was good, and it was a great first day here in the Philippines.
And for today's greeting, para el saludo de hoy, queremos saludar a nuestros primos Melissa y Mark. Saludos desde Manila.
Saludos!
And we'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye!